2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Jones. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They go back to the ground with Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing on 3rd. Goff finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. That one goes for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, your first drive of the 1st quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the 1st quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them. And that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result. Because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the 1st month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far, and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
On 1st down, it's gone. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing Jones. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark, 30 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Jack Fox will kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
The Vikings at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is now 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. Off play action. Here's Goff.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
On 2nd down, Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So for the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pass caught by the running back, Dalvin Cook. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Goff on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
To the air again. Gone. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From the red zone now, Goff.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Chris Board from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they work this out past the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. First down, here's the run with Cook. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Jones.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go!
His throw's going to be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe. It's still winding up short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 53 yards.
And the Vikings have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Throwing again is Goff. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10, Goff again. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And the Lions first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now Goff. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
CD, this is the ideal situation, the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
In fact, I have no idea what the top speed is, all those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into. This offense is certainly there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Lions,